Hello, my name is Liam. Welcome back for another episode of Curse of Steel in Supreme Rival Ultimate as Soviet Union. And in previous episode, we advanced from around here. We had that one captured already, and that one, but the border went somewhere around here. We advanced a little bit forward, but we were also focusing a decent bit on to a certain degree, diplomacy and a few other things. So we didn't get all that far. We did bring some more troops though. And we're about to start going, or striking against the enemy airbase in here. Move the artillery over there, and then this one can be maybe in here with the AA guns. Although, technically speaking, the AA guns should probably be moved forward. What I'll probably do is we'll move the AA guns and the supply trucks over there as soon as we move into the combat itself. Sphere change, NATO leaning from non-aligned for... Wait, Saarland? Oh. I didn't realize that they're a thing. World market still doesn't like us though. We started producing or constructing 2 new factories. Right, okay. They are a democracy. They're loyal to West Germany. I see. All their population is, so they're just, you know, special thing over there, I suppose. Right, let's get back to the... front line over here. So it's 1st of June, not July. I don't know where that came from. You know what, we'll entrench these here. We're going to entrench these as well. And once they've arrived here, we can just take the frontline troops, start fighting for the airfield. They do have a decent bit of troops in there. We should have some more troops over here that are being repaired, which I suppose we could bring into the next town over. Oh, there is something over there as well, but I think if we take Saigon, then we're going to focus down that one quite easily. Now, it's going to be really useful central location to continue the fighting. Right, so how about we just send you down to entrench over there. And this one should... Oh, right, that was with the other artillery group. Well, you can stay there in case they do a counterattack, I suppose. Or as a reserve. So Sarah is switching back and forth. That much we know. Combats are going forward quite nicely. Another combat engineer needs to pull back, though. Let's just entrench it over there. So we might not have quite enough troops to push all the way through. But it's only doing pretty good damage. Like, Saigon's probably going to have 7 garrisons. On the other hand, once we bring these into the urban area, we might actually take a bit more damage, but at the same time, they might not have quite as high damage overall. Let's move these artillery pieces forward. Provide some support, and then I suppose these can move forward. Okay, now with the artillery support, garrisons are going to start going down into dust quite quickly, I hope. We might have to bring some of these tanks back though. But we do have, I suppose, 2 units over here that are almost ready to fight. So we'll just bring them closer if need be. We're going to send them in. I want to break through the defenses in here, capture that, and then it's going to be a lot easier going forward. I mean, there's still a lot of towns there, but there's not going to be that many airfields. Running a little bit low of supplies on these troops, actually. Let's go ahead and bring them, the reinforcements into the city. Japan and Iceland have formed an alliance, alright. And Finland's buying consumer goods still. Wow, they're really buying all the consumer goods they can. I mean, we've got a decent stockpile still, and we're trying to get more and more. But I think we might run out. Oh, and the Australian unit over there is retreating. That might actually work in our favor quite nicely. There's another tank that we need to pull back though. So let's send that back along the road. There's still 2 garrisons in Saigon and a motorized engineer from Australia. But the Australian unit might not be able to continue that much further. Oh, don't you dare. Alright, let's just bring these 2 in. Or we could maybe pull one of these back. Kind of at least stop their advance. They didn't do that much damage, luckily, but a bit annoying. Let's stop them there. There we go. And looks like the defenders at Saigon have surrendered. So we're taking that. Let's actually split these troops a little bit so they won't be able to take the town back immediately. There we go. Saigon has fallen, and now they're moving their capital over there. Oh, and Austria is offering stuff for consumer... Oh, wow. Everyone's buying consumer goods from me. And I don't think I even have that much. But sure, I suppose. We can keep this going for a little bit, at least. We are producing a little bit more than what we use, and I suppose once we get the new factory completed, which is going to be probably completed by the end of the month, considering that we got the engineers on that job. But yeah, no, it's just everyone buying consumer goods from us right now. Right, I mean, at least we're making good money out of it. If nothing else, the unemployment is still 4.2%. Inflation is going up, though, so it's probably going to be going down. Oh, Austria's buying some petroleum as well. I mean, that's fine. Right, let's just move these troops about. Maybe capture these empty areas here. Plus, there's still that one village over there that needs to be captured. Oh, I think there's someone there. Let's see if we can just make sure that they don't get anything, or they don't have anything in here, then they can't cross the border. In the meanwhile, we do need to repair some troops. I suppose we could bring in these troops now into the airfield. So that would be a little bit closer to Saigon, and then, you know, slowly repair them. Then there isn't a barracks in Saigon, oddly enough. Okay, there's still one hex over there that they could move into. But as soon as we take that... Oh wait, no, they can still move in there because we're fighting Cambodia, aren't we? Right, okay, that might be a problem. I'm just going to pull these troops back a little bit. Once we take care of Vietnam, I can start focusing on Cambodia, but I think we might need a bit more troops. So, what troops do we have in here that we can send over? Well, we got some of the AA guns. We could certainly use a couple of those. Just double checking these. There doesn't seem to be... Oh, there's a combat engineer in a tank. Doesn't seem to be too much, but we'll just wait for them to gather up here. Oh, right, we got a plane over there. Excellent. Syria's buying some rubber, alright. Let's have a look at the... So we've got plenty of food. No one's really buying the food from us. Rubber, we got... okay amounts? Oh, what's this then? Oh. Alright, Colombia is now a dictatorship. And they are a little bit leaning towards us. Coup d'etat, we shall support the coup. We shall support them becoming a dictatorship. So that might give them quite a bit of a push to be, you know, happy with us. How about non-aggression pact? Nope. Okay, they might not want anything from us as such. Some goods probably. Electricity we can't give, metal ore they don't need, coal they don't really use, petroleum they produce enough. So I guess it's mostly rubber that they would require, and the goods. We don't have that much... I suppose we could sell them a little bit of military goods. We got quite a bit of those ourselves, so let's sell them 10,000 for a pretty good price. Actually, they like that. Or I like the price that they're giving me. So Venezuela is currently not aligning towards us. They used to be. I don't suppose there's anything that... No, they got plenty of military goods. I'm just double checking if there's anything that they need. We got pretty good amounts of metal ore, so I don't think we need to sell that. Rubber is something that they need, but they got plenty. And food, they got plenty. Right, so there's not really that much. I suppose we could always sell them technology. Radio guidance system. Actually, same goes for Colombia. Do you need something from here? Actually, let's go for the medical stuff first, because that's always useful. And then let's actually have a look at also at East Germany. Right, so the mid-air refueling, we didn't actually get the offer for that. Let's try that again. Then Poland, I could give you immunization advances. What about Estonia? I'm just going to give these for free to you. How's the construction going anyway? Slowly, as far as I can tell. They should still have the stuff, but I suppose they might not have the money. So how about we give them a bit of cash? Like, I don't know, 10 million or so. so that they can get the construction done, at least partially, so they can get a bit of petroleum production of their own and a bit more industrial goods, so they can then afford building a bit more things. Now, admittedly, they don't have a massive economy. They got quite a bit of unemployment, though. Oh, right. So Colombia is no longer... Well, I suppose that was before the coup. They were leaning towards NATO, now they're leaning towards us. So the more they are dictatorship countries, I think that is going to be our way to get more people sort of aligning towards us. Like Bolivia is aligning, or leaning, not aligning. Actually, is there anything that you need? You need rubber. It's going to sell you, I don't know. I'm going to give you 100 tons, 90 days. Because that is going to give you, or give it a nice boost for your economy. Now, we definitely need to start figuring out a location that we could maybe start buying rubber for a bit better prices. Because our current production isn't great. Who is the top exporter? British Malaya. Alright, is that's still a colony. Liberia uses our... Oh, well, I'm exporting a lot, but that's synthetic rubber only. France, Italy, South Africa... Oh, South Africa is not a colony. But do they actually have some... Well, I suppose it's easy to check just the rubber over here. Do they have actual production? Or is it synthetic? I think it might be synthetic. Trying to figure out where they have that. Some research over there. Ep10. Yeah, I don't really see the rubber commodities. I mean, there might be some... Oh yeah, they got some production over here, synthetic rubber. Okay, so that's probably not going to make them all that much money either. I mean, Brazil would be an option, presumably. Oh, they actually don't even have enough production for it. Brazil, what have you done? I mean, as opposed to British Malaya and... Oh, right, Ceylon. Now, do you have a... You don't have any rubber production at all. Why is that? You don't have any... Right, you don't have any plantations. Okay. Right, and I can't necessarily force them to produce that unless I make them a colony, and that would be a bit of a problem. It's a bit far away. I could always try gifting them some industrial goods, but there's no guarantee that they'd use it for the things that I prefer them to use it on. So that would be a bit of a moot point. There is, of course, the... Like, this one would be pretty good for the rubber plantations, and they would be able to grow quite a bit. Now, India is another place that could perhaps provide some rubber, but they don't have any of the plantations either set up. No, actually, they do have a bit of production, but that it might be synthetic. Alright, well, regardless, let's get back to the war, shall we? We do still have this stack here, but there's no frontline troops there. I suppose what I could do, I could just bring this over here somewhere to act as a bit of a support group. Now, to be fair, what I suppose I could do, if I had the troops concentration, or the troop concentration in here, is move over here, take that village. That would allow these troops to get some supplies from down here, and then they'd be able to continue forward towards the capital of Cambodia. We got a lot of trade deals going, apparently. Oh, right, there's the research. Giving money to Estonia. Rubber for Bolivia. You are wanting to buy some consumables. You know what? I'll also accept that. Yeah, okay, so there's a lot of trade deals. Most of them aren't necessarily that useful for us, or profitable for us, but I suppose better than nothing. I might want to increase the production of the rubber, though, to be 150%, which isn't necessarily profitable. Oh! East Germany demonstration against the communist government in East Germany growing. We shall support government, I guess. So there is a risk that we might lose some communist countries. That's not great, I'll be honest. It's only 1953. There's not time to unite Germany's, unless it's under the East Germany, of course. Right, we should have the troops in already over here in Vladivostok, so it's only 10 units. Nothing massive. But I think, where's the closest port? I mean, I think Saigon is the closest port, but I don't necessarily want to sail through those seas, so we're just gonna drop them at Da Nang. So sea transport into Da Nang. Might as well bring in the submarine now a little bit forward. And do we have the troops? Well, we've got about 5 tanks. Well, actually, 4 tanks and a combat engineer ready for taking out that one. Not necessarily quite enough, but we could move in the artillery down that way. Drop these into Saigon. We'll take these. We'll maybe drop one of those there, and then these 2 could be brought in. So we'll have a few more. I have a total of 5 units. Oh dear, that's not going to be enough. We'll do what we can though. Oh, is there combat in Korea again? Oh yeah. Another revolt. It's only got a lot of partisans there, that's for sure. Right, so we've got the 5... Oh right, we don't have artillery over here to support, but they got 4... Oh. Right, there's artillery piece over there. Hopefully they don't see me, otherwise we're going to start getting some bombardment on our heads, which I prefer to avoid. Well, the submarine's almost here. I suppose we'll just give it a try. Be a change. Peru has moved to the NATO-leaning sphere from a non-aligned. Alright. That's a bit unfortunate. We should probably do more trade with them. Maybe we can flip them back to non-aligned at least. But yeah, in terms of the alignment stuff, we are going to have a lot of problems, I reckon. Pulling the combat engineer back, and what's that then? Jet turbine helicopters has been researched. Is that going to unlock anything new? Maybe over here there's the... Oh, no, actually that's not available yet. Radioisotope thermoelectric generators is something we could put in... Oh, actually, what does that unlock? Manned space flight, eventually. And then... Sterling radioisotope generator. Oh, right, so... The space race is still ongoing. And we're roughly on par with NASA right now. Alright, well I suppose we'll put that in. Transportation, there's the advanced sub-hull designs, which we could maybe research a little bit expensive. Gonna unlock the Zulus, which is... Oh, it is actually a Russian submarine. It's got pretty darn good range. Massive damage. So yeah, we want to get this. So there's a lot more research queued up, and we've got, of course, so many things that are still queued up there, further behind, but we just need a lot of the stuff being researched first before we get all the way. Was there still someone alive there? No, we destroyed all the garrison. Alright. I'm just going to bring you to Saigon, I suppose. So there is still a port over there. That's going to be the last port in Vietnam that we need to capture. And of course, Cambodia has one over there. And after that, I think that is pretty much all of the nations that we're fighting. I mean, it's only the colonies of France that we need to destroy in here. And we're not that far from succeeding in that. Right, so let's go ahead and get some artillery closer. Now, of course, this artillery piece, or artillery group, is not going to be close enough. If we get it there, then it should be close enough, actually, to fire on either one of these. Or we could fire... If we get... I wonder if we could get rid of that one. Okay, well, we drove it away at least. Didn't necessarily damage it, but drove it away. Just going to pull back a little bit from the border there, so they'll need to get closer to actually see me. But yeah, we don't really have the troop concentration yet, although we should have the ships probably somewhere. Yeah, they're going through the Taiwan Strait soon. Which luckily we're not at war with Taiwan, otherwise all of these would have been sunk. I'm pretty sure that China... I mean, China does like me. Would you be willing to give me the land transit treaty? Nope. What about sea transit and supply? Nope. They really don't want to give me anything. We got the air transit at least. But that's about it. No missile defense. What about mutual defense? Mutual defense might work. That might actually be a good step on, you know, getting more treaties done with them. Oh, well, we actually managed to capture all the way to there. You know what? I'm just going to send someone to sit over there. And we wanted to get the artillery up to there. We can bring in some more of these, at least to the middle there. China's bringing more troops into Saigon. I suppose we could send in these 4 tanks to destroy the garrison Mytho. Especially since the combat engineer over there from North Korea is taking the initial hits here. And by that time, once that one's escaped, we've got only 3 garrisons remaining, and one of those is going down rather quickly. We've still got the artillery support. So I think we're going to be fine, for the most part. Although these are running a little bit low on supplies, let's go ahead and send in the supply truck. Actually, both the supply trucks over there. So we keep on fighting, and we should be able to break this garrison soon. I'm hoping that we could maybe capture all of this today. We will need to get the reinforcements, which are still not here. They're over there though, so they're like a couple of days away from reaching the, well, maybe not reaching the front line, but reaching the combat. Or almost reaching the combat. Yeah, we should be fine in this combat here. I don't think they'll be doing that much damage. The garrisons don't really seem to have that good close quarters attack. We might have to pull that one back a little bit. But that will also sort of safeguard the supply trucks there. That should be fine. With 3 tanks, there's 1 garrison remaining, and it's going down rather quickly. There we go. We'll just send some... Oh, right, and our tanks are actually getting some promotions here. That's very good. Oh. Oh, they got a plane there. Let's bring in the AA to be a little bit closer. So they are sending that in from Phnom Penh. Actually, you're going to get over there. We'll get these 2 over here at the supply trucks as well. We've got some troops repairing there. We can now bring in our reinforcements, which is up to 10 units, which isn't actually bad. Let's bring them closer, then we'll probably take out that one, just to sort of straighten out the front line here a little bit. We'll send in like a few units over there with a garrison, or like this garrison, not garrison, artillery group, sorry, over there. And then after we've given the troops over here a little bit time to recuperate, we'll start attacking south. I don't know if we can reach those, really. I mean, I suppose some of the tanks are... Actually, well, the engineers are capable of going across the river at least. I don't know about the tanks, though. Oh, I guess we'll have to use the engineers. Oh, have the... No, none of the troops have arrived here. Those are the engineers. I thought I had more. Okay, there's the AA, and here's the tanks. I'm pretty sure that none of the... Yeah, no, these are all IS-2 model. Alright. Is Dalian still producing ships? It is, and it's producing them non-stop. But it's still not done on the first one. Right, so did... I don't think China actually gave me any offer for the mutual defense. Let's see if they attack. I'll accept it now, if they're just thinking about it. They might just be thinking about it. Well, thinking about it and forgetting about it. What about Colombia? Doesn't look like they want to give me anything. Alright, well, let's sell them another technology at least. Get a pretty good money out of it. Ecuador isn't too bad. Peru hates us. Let's just sell them... Well, that's only 4 million. Well, oh, right, they don't actually have a lot of money, do they? Oh, right. The Cambodian garrison is now being under fire from artillery, which is exactly what we wanted. So have the engineers arrived in here? I think... Oh, right, yeah, there's a supply truck as well in that group. I didn't realise that. Moving the AA guns. I don't remember if those AA guns have the longer range or not. They got 22, so yeah, they got a little bit longer range. Got the combat engineers here. I think what we'll do is we'll just take the tanks from here that are on their way. And with the artillery help, we should be able to clear out that garrison fairly quickly. We've got a bit of... Oh, actually, what we could even do is we could send in this supply truck in there to make sure that they can keep on fighting. That should be alright. And these 2 are in pretty good shape. Or yeah, these 3. 2 of them are already have the Iron Stars, so that means like a little bit experience. And one of them has the Bronze Star already, so that's not bad. I don't think the artillery has gotten all that much experience yet. No, not that much. Sure enough, they've probably done some things, but evidently not enough. But I think 3 engineers and 4 tanks should be enough. We'll need to give them a little bit of time to sort of recuperate after the march down this way. But I do want to take that one as soon as possible, and then we'll start shuffling the troops down south. We'll leave a little bit sort of guarding the entrance over here, and maybe guarding the entrance over here. We could even take that one, I suppose. But like, if we can hold the river crossings over here in the north, and then just clear out this area, and then approach from the south, so we don't need to attack across the river necessarily. But that can always be a little bit challenging, to say the least. The tanks over here, I mean, I don't know if we can realistically get across the river in here other than with the engineers, so we might have to wait a little bit with those. And these are probably getting in position now. Let's go ahead and get within reach. I'm going to send in the tanks first. And we're going to take the engineers once the tanks are there, because the tanks are going to take less damage. And we're going to send in the supply dock there, which is hopefully going to help with the situation. But now we've got quite a bit of firepower in that combat. And Chile has moved to the NATO aligned from NATO leading, alright. So we're losing a little bit of control in South America again. Not that we never had it that much. We're slowly trying to work our way in there. Right, let's just send someone to capture that. There we go. And then what we can do is, so we can probably leave like 1 tank over here with this combat engineer that is still repairing. Did we have... Yeah, these rest of these troops we can move south. I mean, I suppose we could take that one. Got the combat engineer in here, which is going to be helpful. Luxembourg and Japan have made an alliance. Alright. Slightly unexpected. On the other hand, they are both probably NATO aligned anyway, so shouldn't really be that a surprise. Right, so this should be within reach of those for the artillery. We've got quite a good amount of troops in here. Let's just move in the troops there. And we can send in the engineers forward. So the tanks are taking majority of the damage. Well, actually the engineers are taking quite a bit of damage as well. But hopefully we can crush these soon enough. I suppose what I could do is... oh right, yeah, we got this one. Uh-oh, that engineer needs to pull back. Luckily, it's a motorized engineer, so it can actually move out relatively quickly at least. And there's only 3 garrisons remaining, 2 of which are basically dead. Well, make that... Well, 1 garrison remaining now, and there we go. That one's done. Let's just go ahead and move in some of these troops there. We'll leave the artillery group over here somewhere, so that it can support on either side. I suppose what we can do is we can move these forward as well. The rest of these, I'm going to move south. And then that one can move into Saigon to start repairing there. These 2 are mostly ready. But yeah, there's not that many engineers, is there? For us to use right now, so that might be a problem. Oh, modern missile prototypes. Is this going to lead into... Oh, yeah, it is going to lead into more things that we already have queued up. Well, alright then. But yeah, we've got these 2 that could at least, in theory, attack over the river. Plus these 2. Is there enough in that? I don't think so. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just take the tank corps in the meanwhile. And, well, it's not really a corps, but regardless, we'll take the tanks forward. We could maybe move in the artillery with them. And we can try to get over there, but we'll have to do that in the next episode, because we're pretty much out of time for this one. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.